What's up, y'all? And WJ here to talk about Married at First Sight. I know it's been a long time. Mystery Woman is back. N-
Hi.
New hairdo, straight out of San Diego, straight out of the Bay. But we were going to talk about the Married at First Sight reunions. They started off kind of exciting, with Justin and what was the light skinned dude's name? Oh, Nate,
Yeah.
because I call him Nate Dog. They started going at it, and of course, Justin questioned Nate Dogg's masculinity, to put it a little politically correct. What did you think of that little exchange?
I thought it was very entertaining, but it kind of was the only thing that was interesting about that entire
Yeah,
episode and the other one. And also it was very like if you notice what was her name? Stasia?
yeah, yeah.
If you notice her face, she seemed like she was pretending to be surprised, but I think that that's probably something that's very obvious within their relationship, just based off of how she interacted and how she really didn't seem to genuinely defend him.
I mean, yeah, and two, they usually, I was surprised it started off with the drama. They usually save that for the end to make you stay tuned, but they started high gear and we're like, oh, this is gonna be good. Then it like drug and seemed like it's kind of boring after that. Um,
Yeah.
but I just thought it was weird that I guess Justin had enough, with the insults and stuff like that. I guess he felt like it was time for him to stand up for himself. His ex-wife, she tried to calm him down, because they were about to fist fight, I guess. But I just thought it was strange that Justin accused Nate of trying to hit on him before the show. I thought that was weird. Do you believe him, or do you think he was just saying that?
I don't think that Justin would lie, and I feel like he probably was just fed up with the way that he was portrayed in the show, so he really just wanted to air everybody else's dirty laundry out if he felt like they were doing the same thing. He just seems like a very reciprocal person.
How do you feel about what's her name? His wife.
Alexis?
Yeah. How do you feel that about how she kind of treated Justin? Like she'd kind of be back and forth with him. She'd seem like she liked him, and then he got rid of his dog for her, and he thought that was gonna be the thing that made her want him, and then she kind of flipped on him again. But I don't know. How do you think it went?
I mean, I was rooting for Alexis because of a lot of different reasons. I felt like her personality was very like refreshing in the beginning of the show, but it seemed like everything like the things that made her personality so interesting as far as like her being blunt and her kind of always having a comment ended up being very redundant and it just ended up losing its spark and it turned into more of a victimization in the entire marriage. I don't think she genuinely feels like she has a part, which I feel like every marriage, everybody has a part in a situation.
How do you feel about the fact that she wanted to go clubbing about every week, and she wanted him to co-sign that, and he was trying to let her know, like, hey, you're married now, and she's like, well, I invited you, but he knew she wanted to just hang out with her friends, so he felt like he'd be the third wheel. But do you think a married woman should be clubbing, especially when they're just, basically newlyweds, just getting to know each other?
I mean, I feel like when you enter any type of relationship, especially a marriage, it's important for you to be able to blend who you used to be and who you are within the marriage. So, like, for example, if she felt like part of her personality and something that fulfills her is going out and seeing her friends, I think that's important, but there needed to be a balance. And I feel like maybe she neglected spending time trying to like put an effort towards doing things outside with him and that would have probably made him more comfortable and open to her spending so much time with her friends because he probably just felt like she was trying to be away from.
Yeah, I think he got the sense that she'd rather be with them. Like it's basically telling him he's no fun, and her friends are, and I guess he's thinking, well, then what'd you come on the show for? And I always wonder that when they want to take it slow, like Nate was kind of doing with Stasha, she's thinking, I guess, well, you want to take it slow, you might as well, done what you were doing before the show. Why come on a show where you get married to a stranger if you want to take it slow? But I think I don't know, maybe the shock of the moment and being in front of the camera makes them want to pull back so they don't look, crazy or something. But what's the girl's name? It's been so long since I watched it. What's
Mindy?
Mindy? Yeah, they were kind of.
Or are you talking about Morgan?
Oh, Morgan and
Ben?
yeah, that was. She was the perpetual. Oh my gosh.
It was just confusing as to why she constantly needed an apology when,
Yeah.
and then she would say things that would allude to like there being in the beginning there being some type of reconciliation or an openness to reconciliation if he apologized, and once he did she completely just severed ties with him, which seemed a little bit manipulative to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody needs a support system, and I think that's what like Mitch said in one of the episodes. I feel like
Oh, you remember their names? I was trying to remember.
yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah, Mitch and Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen. But he said that, and I believe in that too. Everybody should have a support system or a friend, especially in something as vulnerable as that. And like, who better to share that experience with or have an empathetic person than somebody who was also going through it. So I think that she kind of took that insensitive.
I thought she was kind of cruel towards him too. Remember when they had those letters and he's reading something personal, and then when it's her turn, she just walked out.
Yeah.
So it's like she wanted to keep punishing him and punishing him. It's like the dude was sorry, and I was like, I was thinking to him, like, man, grow a backbone. I know you want to seem sensitive and all that, but stand up for yourself. He should have just been like, I apologize. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
I can't get in a time machine. But they seem to agree to separate, and yeah, I think they were a bad match from the start because if she was gonna do, I mean, he's whatever he had done down the road, she would have done the same thing. Well, you offended me, so he couldn't have won, in my opinion. But what do you think about Mitch and Kristen though? What do you? I think she still liked him. I think if he had said he wanted to get with her, he'd be like, okay. She'd be like, okay.
I think he was too vague with her, and that's what opened up that whole the doors open situation, which I think was very confusing to me because it very much felt like Mitch wanted to be with her, and he actually begged her those couple of episodes leading up to that to be with her, essentially. So I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of tricky.
I don't
Even on the
know.
decision day, they walked away together, and I think someone said they were even kissing in the limousine. So it's a weird dynamic. I don't know. Them two were strange to me.
It was like a friends with benefits situation, but
Yeah,
it wasn't fair to Kristen because he seemed to be more sexually attracted to her than emotionally, and he understood how she was emotionally attracted to him, and he kind of took advantage of that with how vague he was.
I think they were the couple on decision day that Pastor Cal, when they walked away, he was like, "What was that? Like, what did we just witness?" Because it seemed like they were going to stay together, and then they, both said no. I think she said no just because he did. I think he said yes, she would have said yes, but yeah, she thought you're not going to make me look stupid in front of the world, so you can't blame her for that. But we'll see what happens with them. I saw the where are they now? Did you guys see the part where Justin was going in on Alexis saying, yeah, you told the world that I couldn't perform, but your pH balance was off, and we all know what that means. She's like, what, you're gonna say my breath was bad next or something? So I guess he did have a point. I guess he's thinking you want to embarrass me on TV, but then you leave out, the reason I couldn't perform. So I thought that was pretty bad of her to do that if she knew that was the situation.
I think it was again like her trying to manipulate the situation and believe that like he wouldn't have said anything no matter what she did because of
Yeah.
how she was. Even when he was fighting with Nate, how she was like, focus
Oh
on your
yeah.
wife. Like, it was, they're not married anymore, so why was she even saying it like that? It's like she understood the strain that she, or the connection that she put on him.
She was
And
kind of a troublemaker. She's the
yeah,
reason that Ben and what's his name, Ben and Morgan.
yeah,
She's kind of the reason they didn't work out because she was like instigating and telling people's business. I mean, everybody on that show talks behind each other's back. Why did he get singled out? They all do this. So I mean, I don't know, but Alexis seems like she definitely wasn't ready for marriage. I don't know if she got on the show just to get fame or her 15 minutes of fame, and because she was talking about people in her DMs and stuff like that. But when the world sees that your pH balance is off, I don't know who's going to be hitting up your DMs unless someone's got a sinus infection and can't really
yeah. No, keep going,
and they
kid.
can't quite
Perform.
smell too well, because their nose is stopped up. So she might want to get that situated before she responds to those DMs. But we'll see what happens next season. I heard they already got the new cast ready. I forget where it's being held, but I think I heard something about them shortening the episodes to 30 minutes, which is good because it kind of can drag when they stretch it out with commercials. And I thought this decision day moved a little better. It didn't seem to drag on like past seasons. But would you like to see any changes in the show, like how they go about the process of finding a mate?
Maybe, I don't know, a little bit more. Like, maybe they can make more exercises for the couples to, break the ice and to see how they work. I think, like, the baby that they gave Mindy and, what was his name?
Mindy and Miguel.
Miguel, like, the baby they gave, like, that's
Oh,
a
her
good
name was
exercise.
Lindy,
Lindy.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Lindy,
it's
something
probably
like that.
Lindy.
Yeah.
But, like, that works.
And he was tripping. But what is that?
Yeah, no, he was definitely on one.
Yeah, that dude was moody as all get out. I thought he was
Yeah.
cool at first, but nah. Anyway, I think they should since the so-called experts can't seem to get it right back to back, I think they should let family and friends pick
Yeah.
like they know the person, so why not let them choose the mate? Why let some people from the show who have a bad track record that keep calling themselves experts, yet they keep, bombing. And plus, like I said, they're looking for ratings mainly. I don't think it's all about compatibility. It's about
Yeah.
who's going to bring the drama.
That's exactly what I thought too. Like, everything seems like it's more geared towards entertainment than an actual connection.
Yeah.
But it's reality TV, so.
Yeah. I'll still watch the next season. I think it'll be season 16. When I was growing up, a season meant 1 year. Now they can cram 5 seasons into 1 year. But, it's all about money. But we'll probably start a separate platform to talk about reality shows like The Single Life on Discovery Plus. We're watching that. And Big Ed and his antics, and well, he's not on The Single Life. I think he's on Happily Ever After now, but he was on The Single Life.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, Big Ed from San Diego. But yeah, we'll probably start a separate channel. We're thinking of some names we could call it. You got any names we can call the channel?
I have no idea. It could just be like a little brainstorm session.
That's right. You guys can come up with any names, leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching. LSR forever, the reason I do this. Be fearless. Yay, yay. Anything you got to say?
No.
West up.